Big news in Chicago and, frankly, the world. The new Pope is a White Sox fan. Ninth inning, 2 outs. Bobby Jenks on the mound, and there he is, right there on the left. He's in the stands, Ozzy. It's crazy.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
At that time, there hadn't been a team in Chicago that played in the World Series, really in like the modern world. Just everything was heightened because of that, and it was kind of cool to be a part of that team that got there after so long on either side of the town.
We got two teams, they're not supposed to be there.
Nobody believed it would be the White Sox and the Astros for the whole thing.
Well, we were feeling good. You know, everybody's playing well, pitching staff's doing well.
We're throwing the big party here on the south side of Chicago. You're all invited. Pitch number 1 is coming up.
Like I said, we were prepared by Ozzy and the whole coaching staff going into that World Series against a good Houston ball club. Their pitching staff was really good.
Remarkably, he is as good now as he has ever been. In many ways, Andy Pettitte had his best year. Nobody controls the running game better.
Game 1 of the World Series, folks. This place is packed. We're set to go, and here's the windup by Contreras. The first pitch of the World Series is taken for a strike.
We were hot at the right time.
Now the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball. Deep right field. This might go. It's a gunner! A 2-out home run in the first inning for Jermaine Dye. Jermaine Dye has lit up the night on the south side of Chicago. Swing long one, deep left center. Gone for a home run. Crede has untied the score. Sox lead 4-3. Joe, have a postseason to remember.
Game 1 and Game 2, and the atmosphere was electric.
We really need to win this game with Oswald going Game 3. It's going to be tough. We don't look at it like this is time to be nervous or anything. We look at it as a team, time to have fun.
Wheeler is out. Qualls is in. Konerko coming up with a bases loaded 2 out.
The biggest thing was just trying to, calm myself to say, base hit's good here. Like, you know what, like just keep the line moving and don't try to do too much.
Bases loaded 2 out. There's Konerko on the pitch to PK.
If you think you're relaxed, even try to relax more. Like it's so easy in those situations, even the regular season, to get so big and to try to do so much. And that was basically it.
Swinging a long one to left. It's gonna go. It's a slam.
And just to be ready early, and be ready to not miss if he's going to come at you with a fastball.
Sox lead 6-4. Light it up.
I don't remember much from the time the pitch was on its way, and then really the next time I remembered anything was when we were back on defense. That was probably the only time during the whole playoffs I kind of looked around and said, hey, I'm in this. This is I can't believe I'm here.
This place is alive now.
I remember the booth just kind of moving a little bit because the stadium was just going so nuts. Bedlam in Chicago.
That grand slam from Konerko in the 7th inning was like nothing I'd never been a part of. I'd never heard a stadium that loud. I've never been a part of anything like that. I couldn't believe how loud and just how crazy and electric that atmosphere was. After Paulie hits that grand slam, I remember taking the field and I'm looking at him, my eyes are locked on him.
Paul Konerko with the single biggest swing of his career.
And I'm thinking to myself, what does that man feel like? He just hit a grand slam in Game 2 of the World Series to put his team up by 1. What does that feel like? So then I watch the pitch, and then I lock back on Konerko. And I watch the pitch, and I'm just locked on. I'm like, what does that feel like? It's got to be a good feeling. Brad Lidge was on the mound. He's slow to the plate. My plan was to try to get to first base, and within 1 or 2 pitches, I'm going. That was my plan. So he falls behind in the count 2-0.
1-0 pitch.
And I step out, and I wanted to swing 2-0, and I remember looking over at Ozzy. I was just like, no chance. Take a pitch. So I take a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
The pitch. There's a fastball down the middle.
That was a get-me-over pitch.
As I step out of the box, Lidge was fastball slider at that time. I said, there's no way he's going to throw you that slider 2-1. He doesn't want to walk you. He's going to challenge you with a fastball. You look for that exact same pitch you just got, dead red, and it left his hand, and it was, my eyes lit up. It was a fastball, middle.
The 2-1.
You know, I was just trying to put a good swing on it. I put a good swing on it, barreled it.
A swing and a high fly ball. Deep right center field. This is way back in the gap, and it's a gunner!
Hit it as good as I could hit it to right field, but it was cold, rainy, the air was heavy. I knew I'd got a lot of it. I got all of it, but I didn't know if it was going to leave the park.
I remember standing next to Brian Anderson on the railing, and I was thinking to myself, when he hit it, I go, no way. Like, no way. No way this thing is going. When I said no way, I meant like, no way you just did this.
So I'm right at first base, and then I look out to right center and see the ball leave.
And sure enough, homer, ecstatic, walk off.
The White Sox winner! A winner on a Podsednik home run!
I was overtaken with this emotion that it's tough to describe. I let out this primal yell from deep within. It was all of the 9 years in the minor leagues. It was all the injuries. It was all the hard work. You know, all of that came from deep within.
Scott Podsednik had no home runs this season. None.
Float around the bases. And was pretty much just asking myself, what the hell just happened? You know, around third base and meet the crew there at home plate.
I was at home plate. When he hit home plate, I picked him up because he's a very lightweight guy. It was the most amazing feeling.
Just being mobbed and celebrating that moment with the crew was as good as it gets.
That's the bat right there, baby.
And I had heard something about, you know, the fans just refusing to leave, and that speaks of the passion and the appreciation for what we had done up to that point. The fans were huge for us throughout the playoffs, throughout the season. I mean, they showed up, supported us, gave us energy that entire season, and they were a big part of that championship. Those Southsiders are all in, and we appreciated what they did all season showing up, and we appreciated the fact that they didn't want to leave. They wanted to celebrate that.
I gotta go get ready for Houston, boy!
We knew it was going to be a fight. We knew Houston was not going to let down, obviously.
I mean, game 3, I don't think it's over yet. I think we're still playing it right now.
Struck him out and the inning is over. Hernandez strikes out Tavares. A nasty pitch, and off we go into the 10th.
Bobby Jenks is warming up for the 3rd time. It's just one of those games where it goes from, this has been a fun game, to, wow, extra innings.
Walls keeps it tied going to the bottom of the 11th. The crowd erupts. Is the kid awake? Still sleeping.
To, wow, another inning. To, let's see how long this thing can go.
Game number 3 will go to the 14th inning, and it will at least tie for the longest game innings-wise in World Series history.
So you ride kind of that roller coaster when you're there working the game.
And if situations arise and you need that pinch hitter, you've got to be ready.
You in tonight?
No, hopefully, National League, I might be able to sneak in there and get a pinch hit or something like that.
I had basically played an entire game underneath, you know, because you start getting ready in the 5th inning. You get to the 13th inning, and Ozzie Guillen, professionally, along with Joey Cora, did a great job, came over and said, you know, to both Pablo and I, said, Pablo, you know, if Iguchi makes the last out, you're going to go to second base, and we're going to double switch you into the game with the pitcher. And Ozzie looked at me and goes, Jeff, you're going to pinch hit if the pitcher spot comes up. And I think we went 1, 2, 3. Iguchi struck out to end the inning, and I started taking off my batting gloves because I was like, well, there goes that opportunity.
And my son Oni is like, Dad, Blum been hitting in the cage for the last 2 hours. God, or somebody was behind me to put it like, did you listen to your son? Well, it wasn't my son's voice. My son had the guts to talk to me about baseball, especially in the field. No way. For some reason, he told me, he said, this guy be ready, he's been hitting since the 7th inning. And I started talking to the manager, say, okay, I can move the lineup around.
Geoff Blum, a former Astro, takes over at second base. He'll bat in the 5 position.
Something kind of clicked, and I said, this might be my only at bat in the World Series, so I'm going to take a pitch. Get up there, wow, ball one. I'm like, sweet. Holy crap, it's 2-0. I'm like, I might get a chance right here. I think Rowand was hitting behind me. And I'm like, there's no way they want to walk the guy that's hitting 200 to get to the guy who, you know, was an all-star center fielder. And so I dug in, and literally I just didn't even think about it. My body told me what to do because of the location of the pitch, and I dropped the barrel on it. That might be the hardest ball I've ever hit in my life, because as low as it was, it still got out. So I immediately put my head down. I'm like, I got to get to second base. I put my head down. I take good 2 or 3 steps, and I proceed to look up to see, you know, what's happening, where the ball is, and, you know, if I have a chance at second base. And I see Tim Raines about 6 feet off the ground with both hands in the air, and I'm like, holy crap.
Here in the 14th inning, the White Sox take a 6-5 lead. Trying to add his name to the list of unexpected World Series heroes.
As Game 3 was progressing, and I don't even remember what inning I started, but I went over to Cooper and was just like, hey, do you think you're going to need me? And he's like, no, get out of here. Yes, I had a few beverages throughout the game.
He should tell everyone he had 40 beers before he went in and pitched, because it would make him cooler, right?
By no means was I crocked like he was saying in his podcast.
Of course, he wants to make himself look better, so of course he's going to say less.
Yeah, I think he likes to exaggerate that a little bit.
I mean, it's just fun to kind of exaggerate it. It's like everything. Like, you catch a fish, it starts out this big and ends up 15 feet long. Yeah, he had some drinks.
I mean, it was my day off at the beginning, so I'm going to enjoy the game and have a cocktail with the rest of the people.
I might have pushed him over the edge a little bit. I remember Coop coming in to get him. Came running in, asking if how his arm felt, and he was able to throw. I said, yeah, what a question. Let's do this. I said, all right, get your spikes on. I need you in the bullpen. And off he went.
I'm like, depends how long this ends up going, I might actually get in this game. And that's just how it all played out.
Pitch. Everett pops it up.
He could definitely roll to bed throwing strikes. 100%. 100%.
He was in the right spot to get a save.
And the White Sox went up 3-0.
Well, here are the Chicago White Sox wondering if this is the day that for the first time in 88 years, they get to celebrate a world championship.
I mean, the White Sox have been playing a relentless brand of baseball in the postseason. It's been so good that a lot of people feel that they could beat any team from any era. And all you have to do is pick a category: pitching, defense, base running, pinch hitting.
Win tonight and celebrate.
Cooper is like, are you fit today? We scored 1 round. We are the champion today.
Good breaking ball from Garcia.
The anticipation, like you feel it in your fingertips, you feel it in your toes. It was just building. It was building inside me, just waiting to explode and have that party.
No, I don't think you can prepare yourself for that moment. I like to do a lot of breathing exercises that kind of calm my heart rate down. I think I learned it a lot from my dad. He always talked about not making the moment too big, keeping your same routine. That's something I've always kept. Had a slider up in the zone and was able to just hit a little chopper up the middle.
That's up the middle, and the White Sox take the lead. A 2-out RBI hit by Jermaine.
A lot of adrenaline, a lot of happiness running down to first base. It felt good to be able to do that, but we still had to close it down.
We had the right guy on the mound, you know, showed no fear, never really ever showed fear on the mound, so that's a good place to start in a situation like that.
Jenks is on. Lane flares one into center. That ball is trouble. That ball's a hit. And the Astros have their leadoff man on.
And then you know your team's behind you, playing defense and going to give up their bodies for a play. It's awesome. There's no greater feeling.
You know, he probably has one of the best hands that I've ever seen as a shortstop. He just makes it look so easy.
He wanted the baseball.
Burke pops it up. Left side. Will it stay in play?
You know, that was part of kind of how we went about it all year. Uribe wanted that baseball.
The catch is made by Uribe, an unbelievable grab.
That's the play of the game and maybe the series.
Now 2 out. Easy speed to the south side. A collection of neighborhoods like Beverly, Mount Greenwood, Hyde Park, back of the yards, Canaryville, Bridgeport.
And now they're 1 out away from their first World Championship in 88 years.
I was more nervous in my debut than I ever was in the playoffs or World Series. You know, that's why you play. You play for the love of the game, the joy of it. You play for a ring. I'm playing to be a world champion. And that's what I wanted to do from the time I could pick up a baseball.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmeiro over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Juan Uribe with a play, charging it, throwing it, and the White Sox celebrate their first title in 88 years.
There's nothing even in the same stratosphere of that moment, of just kind of like your whole baseball life flashing before your eyes. At least it was for me, like thinking back to Little League and high school and minor leagues and all the times that, like everything that it took to get to that moment. You'll have this the rest of your life and they can't take it away from you.
Valuable player in the 2005 World Series is Jermaine Dye.
We could have had a couple guys that could have won it. Totally a team effort. Great to be thought of as that best player at that time. My favorite player in sports was Michael Jordan, and I was able to say there's been 2 number 23s win championships in Chicago.
And it's time for the champagne celebration for the Chicago White Sox.
The singer Steve Perry comes in. We all end up singing Don't Stop Believe It in the clubhouse. The whole team jumping up and down. And we all sounded terrible except probably Steve Perry. It was just a moment that I don't think I'll ever forget my entire life.
When we come to Chicago, we landed in Chicago, and we had the same captain, and he called me Capitan. He goes, Capitan, come down here and see. When we went around Midway and we go Central Avenue, that thing was packed. Then as I realized, oh my God, we just win this shit. I got tears in my eyes. Like, oh my God, we did it.
And then obviously during the parade, that was just insane.
And that parade hit me really hard. The appreciation and the love and the pure passion the fans showed for what we had accomplished was real, and I got emotional.
A magical season. Nobody stopped believing.
Did the parade, we got to kind of sing it, which was awful, but it was still a fond memory that how many people can say they got to do?
Everybody kept asking me the last couple of days what I did with that last ball, that last out. Let's go into this man right here because he earned it.
What up, Chicago? What's up, Chicago?
It's definitely great to be back, to see these guys and celebrate and share good stories. We were having fun on the field in the clubhouse, and we had a little fun off the field.
I would just want to say thank you for all of your appreciation, for all of your support. You guys were huge in being right there behind us. We gained energy from y'all's passion and y'all's willingness to show up. Thank you for 05.
The ring you can lose. The trophy can fade away, but the memories of what happened on the field and the moments you shared with your teammates will last forever.
World Series Game 1 winner.
Do a toast to Bobby. Bobby forever.
Love you guys.
You know, when I first started playing baseball, I just wanted to play baseball and be a pro and be a big leaguer. You don't realize that you get to touch people along the way. But as a team, when you touch somebody, it's the coolest thing because it's such a hard thing to do, and now you're all connected forever.